Thanks, Christy. We're joined now by Syracuse Mayor Ben Walsh. Mayor, thank you so much. I'm sure you're busy these days, but thank you for joining us tonight.
Happy to be here, Jeff.
Well, as you heard Christy say, maybe right there, and you probably know already, Ryan McMahon, the county executive, mentioned the 322 positive cases of COVID-19. When you dive into the numbers, you see almost a third of them, 107, are in the city. Why do you think that is, and does that really concern you?
Well, I think much like we're seeing in New York City, where you have density, you have the greater possibility of spread. So I think we're seeing a little bit of that in the city of Syracuse. But as the county executive and others have said, this virus knows no boundaries. It's just a matter of time before it gets everywhere. And if you look around Onondaga County, it pretty much is everywhere. But we certainly have our challenges here in the city, but we're all in this together.
And we know the county executive kind of put out the plea about a week ago or so to really enforce that idea of social distancing. He said, if you see somebody that's really not adhering to groups of people, I should say, call 911. Well, they've gotten 300 911 calls about it since I think last Sunday, about a week or so. So how many are Syracuse getting? How's SPD doing with it? Do we need to step things up in there?
Yeah, we've certainly made progress. You can see it out in the streets, but we're not where we need to be. And of those 300 or so calls in the county, about half of those are in the city of Syracuse, are going to the Syracuse Police Department, 144 to date to be exact. So when you think about all the challenges that our police officers have and how much it's taking for them just to be out there doing their jobs in the midst of this crisis, it is not that is not the best use of their time or resources to be addressing social distancing and non-compliant businesses. People really need to do the right thing. Most are, but the ones that aren't need to step it up.
Mayor, this is a debate that kind of exists in the public and really within the medical community as well. Masks, who should be wearing them? Should we wear them? You have thought on whether people should be around here anyway in Syracuse, Onondaga County, should be wearing masks out there?
Like everyone else, I've tried to listen to the experts, and there has been some different guidance from different experts. Ultimately, I think if we all had access to masks, it wouldn't hurt to be wearing them. The reality is, just like with so much of our PPE, we don't have enough. We have a bottleneck in supply right now, and so we need to make sure that those most in need of the masks, particularly our healthcare workers, our first responders, are the ones that are getting them. If we get to a point in the supply chain where we can all wear masks, then at least until this subsides, I think better safe than sorry.
I'm sure this pained you to have to do, and it really kind of hit me of just how hard this COVID-19 virus was hitting us. When I saw some of your workers have to take down those basketball hoops, I know that was an incredibly difficult decision, I'm sure, to make. You're trying to kind of balance that, I guess, with what you're introducing this weekend called weekend walks in the parks. What's that all about? What's it involve? And how can people utilize that to get out and kind of stretch their legs, get some fresh air?
Yeah, I'm really proud of our Parks Department. They've been very proactive from the beginning of this crisis in ensuring that we're protecting people's health and safety, but also enabling people to be able to get out and get a breath of fresh air. So unfortunately, because we had some young people that weren't following the rules, we had to take down the hoops. We closed our playgrounds proactively, but a lot of people are still out walking. I've taken my family out the past 2 weekends to a couple of our parks, but because there's a lot of people out there, we want it to be as safe as possible. So in 4 of our parks, Upper Onondaga, Burnett, Thorndon, and Lincoln, we're closing the loop roads to vehicular traffic on Saturdays and Sundays for the foreseeable future as we get through this crisis, so people have more room to spread out and walk safely in a way that's practicing social distancing. So we think that that'll alleviate some of the congestion, but still give people the opportunity to get out and get some fresh air, because that's important too for mental health and your overall health.
Before I let you go, I want to ask you one non-coronavirus question. Involves state budget. STEAM school approved in there. What's that mean? What's next?
It's great. The governor has been a big supporter of STEAM, as has our local delegation led by Assemblyman Magnarelli, Senator May. It was in the last year's budget. Now in this year's budget, we had to tweak a few things, but it's approved. We're able to move forward. Obviously, with the crisis happening, we've got to figure out exactly when and how, but we have the support that we needed. And in the midst of a really difficult budget year, a real credit to the legislature and the governor for getting it in there. As we look towards the future and getting out of this crisis, which which we will. What we've learned, well, we've learned a lot of things here, but one of them is technology, as we're showing right now, is extremely important. And so to have a high school focused on science, technology, engineering, arts, and math, preparing the workforce of the future, couldn't come at a better time. So we're really excited about it.
Mayor Walsh, thank you so much for spending some time with us. Appreciate it very much. Go spend some quality time with your wife and your children this weekend.
Thanks, Jeff. Looking forward to it.
Okay, be good.